A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to our podcast. We are really excited to have received so much positive feedback about our first show. Uh, the rest of this show is a continuation of our first game session together. We meet our heroes yet again in the streets of Coruscant, deep below the surface. Find out what happens next.
So we are outside of the club. Lysander, you were going to examine the box.
Yes, I was.
So can you make a perception roll?
Okay.
Before
What
Gaz
is my
chews out the two
perception?
idiots.
Okay. What does a 14 get me?
So this box is heavy, and it is reinforced to contain something within, but not to the point where it's preventing air from getting in. Listening to the box, you can definitely hear something moving, slithering on the inside, and it kind of has a weird, oozy, slimy sound to it.
No. Why? Lysander just is like, I think there's a creature in this box.
Well, don't open it. It'll be
What
fine.
did the air holes give it away?
When?
Listen, you.
When? You and one N almost got us to have to go kill a Gungan. What the hell, man?
I'm sorry, but everyone here has been putting us in debt or giving out credit since we landed on Coruscant.
I have
Forgive
done
me
no
for
such
making an
thing.
attempt.
Yes, that's right. Zero has been perfect this entire time.
And
That's why
I didn't
I'm the
actually
captain.
plan. I didn't actually plan to pay that person 100 credits. So
Yeah, that's the rule of Coruscant. You don't actually pay. You have to haggle. You charm your way out of things. The people up top in their little golden rooms and everything, they're not prepared for us. They're idiots and they're morons. We have to be smarter. We weren't actually gonna pay them. And now, do you know who Wicker is? Wicker is like the richest, craziest smuggler here, and he knows a crap ton of people, and now we're indebted to him because it's all because you're charming. Oh, we're gonna have to pay the people. Let's go murder a Gungan. Like, what the hell, man?
So 2 points.
When we get back and there is a docking clamp on the ship, I just want everybody to know that I called it.
Yes, one in.
So 2 points. One, what's worse, killing a Gungan or not paying 100 credits?
The
killing a
murder.
Gungan.
The jury's still out. Second, you were the one who used our real names talking to this Wicker.
You guys didn't. Oh shit.
No, obviously we didn't. Why would I even give out my name?
Well, I took into account that you two are morons, but
Well, there's your problem.
It's not-
Indeed.
it's not
Technically,
hard to get. Oh, go ahead.
technically, we have no way of knowing that Zero is my real designation, so it might not be my real name.
Yeah, your name could be like Swanky Bahama Hammock. It'll be great. Oh my god, can we call you Swanky Banana Hammock?
I like Zero better.
Yes, Zero is far more optimal.
Alright, we'll call you
Thanks,
Swanky.
Poncho.
I just glare at you.
You also there's also other ways to make money. You know, take in one here. They're a jizz whaler. We'll just put out a hat and have them play some music, and then we'll make some like money really fast. And like Zero can dance. It'll be cute.
Point of order. None of us have hats.
This is an excellent
Make
point.
Zero hold out his poncho then, and then they can drop the credits into his poncho. I don't know.
If I remove the poncho, you won't hear the music.
You're not gonna remove it. You're just holding it up a bit, like a little
Oh.
pouch.
So there's other ways to make money, just for future reference. But now we own Wicker, which means somewhere down the line we're gonna be cricked, royally cricked. We might have
Or
to kill.
we just get rid of Wicker.
I actually like this plan a lot.
Well,
I don't know about that. Have you ever heard of the thing called the butterfly effect?
We kill Wicker and we save Loading Greatstorm. We'll be fine.
Yes, but also, I have a sneaking suspicion we are going to have to kill someone eventually.
Well, then let's keep putting it off until it gets to that point.
let's finish this job because there's a thing in the box and will it die?
I think
I
the
doubt
whispers
it.
are coming from this box.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry, what?
that's creepy.
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
The whispers I heard earlier. I think they were coming from this box.
What is it saying?
I don't know.
Okay.
Do the other organics hear the whispers?
No.
Wen begins to walk off, holding the box still in their hand. The only thing I hear is us not getting paid yet. So let's just have this conversation on the shuttle back to the ship so I can get as far away from this planet as I possibly can.
So we have to take a 3-hour subway ride with a mysterious whisper box. Awesome. I'll see what I can do to get us some credits between here and there.
Might be
Look,
time
none
for
of us
pickpocketing.
None of
know-
us are big and fancy enough to get those Starlight Beacon contracts, so this is what we're stuck with.
Wait, do you know how to pickpocket, Lysander?
No, but there's never not a time to learn.
Oh. I'm gonna teach you a trick when we get on the subway. Let's go.
So, DM, I have a question.
Yes.
So, I have a feature rather, that has had me specifically the sentence. You would often hear secrets that weren't meant for your ears, and that can be used for leverage, revenge, or other means. So, are there any people that would probably be in this area that could, say, be extorted for 100 credits? So knowledge of them doesn't get out that they wouldn't want to get out.
Let me see what the dice say.
That's fair.
Unfortunately, not in this area. No.
Okay. In an area that I could go to and then get back before we're charged 200 credits instead of 100 credits.
I mean, if you go a little bit out of your way, a little bit, there is a nearby what's called a smoke parlor, where many a bounty hunter do like to hang out at, and you could theoretically go there, and you know of several people that are there that wouldn't, that you know things about that you wouldn't want them to know.
I just remembered I have a friend that may be able to assist in our little situation.
Like
You
actually,
have friends?
actually assisting us, like actual assistance, or like lopping off a Gungan's head assistance, because those are two very different things.
Yes. It'll be fine. just let me do the talking and forget everything you hear.
You know what? Why don't you take Zero? Because he's a lot bigger and you're just a little dainty musician. And that way you have some backup, and us lovely organics will wait outside out of the blaster range.
Yes, that is in fact something I do need. Protection. Zero, please, if you would accompany me.
Have fun.
Fine.
We're splitting the group.
Split the party.
Yeah, so you wander a couple blocks away from where you currently are, and it seems, even though you're on the same level, a little bit darker than it was before. There's less signs, less lighting and such. And in front of a building where there is no signage, this establishment, which is known as the Seraphith Smoking Lounge, is wide open. You can see just a cloud of smoke seeping out from the front door and the small windows that help let some of the inside smoke out. And it is here where you have heard that there is a Twi'lek bounty hunter named Whisper. She was hired to assassinate a senator, but she was not able to. And so you have heard the rumor that instead she killed someone else, cosmetically changed their face, and delivered that head instead.
All right, fantastic. Do I know who the target or who paid for this assassination?
It was actually a member of the Hutts.
Oh, fantastic. So yeah, I'm gonna head on in.
Whisper is a blue-skinned Twi'lek who is heavily tattooed on her right arm. The rumor is that each tattoo represents a different kill or a different catch, depending on the job. And there's hardly any room left on her right arm. She is sitting by herself, just like the previous establishment. This establishment's not busy right now. And there are small droids catering to each circular table. The tables are lower to the ground here, and all the seating are nothing but pillows. And you basically have to sit down on the ground on top of a pillow to just kind of situate yourself. She is in the corner smoking and seemingly reading something off of her data pad.
All right. So I'm going to whisper over to Zero. All right. Just don't give our actual designations and play along.
All right then. Yeah, you lead. I, as captain, will give you permission to lead the way.
As captain, we are going to have a discussion about you saying you are captain, but that will come at a later date.
All right, I would before we do anything, I would like to so my class is engineer, and engineers have a feature called potent aptitude, which allows it says your technological experience lends you an uncommon insight that you can use to bolster your allies. So basically, I can grant 1N a D4 that they can use for the next 10 minutes. So any roll you make, you can add a D4 to.
That's super cool. I love that.
So.
All right.
That's very helpful. Thank you.
So what do y'all do?
So I'm going to float on over to Whisper.
Zero is getting rust flakes everywhere all over these pillows. They're just rust is getting everywhere and oil leaks, and yeah, it's a mess.
Whisper is surprised that anyone is sitting with her, and she is taken aback at first, and then she sees that the both of you are droids, and she says, "What is it? Who are you?"
Hello, my name is IC3L. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Whisper. I have come to be here because my master is on their way to Nalhutta, and they have come across some very interesting information regarding a previous mission that you did for the Huds. Now, if you would like the information not to be spread around Nalhutta, we would ask for a simple payment of 100 credits.
Can you make
Please.
either persuasion or deception roll?
Yeah, so I'll do persuasion.
And remember, you can add a d4 if you want to.
Yes, I am going to do that because that seems like the safest option. If I can dig a d4 out of my dice bag. Maybe. There we are. Alright, so... Holy lord. So that's an 18 on the d20, a 4 on the d4, and a +1, so that's a 23 for persuasion. Actually,
Good lord.
I'm gonna say intimidation, because it's the same modifier, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, Whisper is glaring at you when you say this, and you see for a moment she's probably thinking to herself of grabbing her blaster and just start firing, but she shakes her head and says, "How much do you want?"
As I said, 100 credits, preferably in unmarked chits, please.
Fine, but if I ever see you or your friend around here again, you will not live to see the next day.
Understood.
She gives you 100 credits.
Awesome.
Yay, good job, team!
We got there!
Hell yes.
Okay, I'm going to say thank you. We will make sure that no information, however libelous, gets spread around Nalhutta. Thank you, and have a wonderful rest of your day.
She just growls at you a little bit.
That's fair. And then I'm gonna hover up and hover out, hopefully with Zero following behind.
Yeah, Zero will follow, and then once they are out of the building, Zero will say, "Top marks from your captain."
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
So where do y'all go next?
I guess back to the subway.
I'm just spent 3 hours on the subway again.
As the two droids return, Wynn looks at them with a very despondent look in their large Duro's eyes and says, "You didn't manage to get us indebted to and or piss off a major figure in the criminal underworld again, did you?"
Not a major figure. Here's 100 credits.
We're not using that. We're going to keep it and bullshit our way off the platform.
I don't like that answer, but I don't like it. I don't agree with it, but I accept it.
Who's going to handle and keep all the money for us?
I accept the responsibility of that.
Okay.
Also, don't worry, the person we talked to couldn't even kill a measly senator.
How do you know that?
Don't worry about it. And then I'm gonna float towards the public transit station.
Amazing. When by the time everybody returns back to the transit station, you all notice that just like the previous station, there are screens that show different television shows and other things from the HoloNet. One news report catches your eye in particular. The Chiron reads, Senator Jira Staros exonerated.
Welcome to the Core Holonet News Hour, brought to you by Star Tours, now offering direct flights from Coruscant to Alderaan, and also sponsored by the Starlight Beacon Fund, connecting the galaxy one beacon at a time. In today's top news story, the Republic Senate Ethics Committee has announced no evidence of wrongdoing by Senator Gira Staros, who is accused of selling intelligence to a group of Trandoshan pirates. Once the committee's findings were announced, Senator Staros released a statement saying, "I am vindicated by the truth and thank the committee for following the facts. Representing Hosnian Prime has been one of the greatest privileges of my life, and my loyalty to the Republic should never have been in question. We are all the Republic."
And then the broadcast ends.
Wow, we investigated ourselves and found no wrongdoing. That's really criffing surprising.
That lady was really pretty.
Yeah, it's the money that they can pay for their dietitians and personal trainers. No, there's one good thing. I mean, she was hanging out with Trandoshans get really bad raps. They are actually like just big old scaly teddy bears, and they have 2 penises.
How do you know this?
Anyway, so Lysander, let me tell you about pickpocketing.
Yeah, tell me about pickpocketing.
Please, for the love of God, talk about anything. For the love of the Force, talk about anything besides Trandoshan penises.
I heard there's a Trandoshan Jedi.
Really?
Chris.
Yeah.
Do I need to roll a lore roll, as this is something I might reasonably have heard, given my background? Would you say that the group that I used to work with might have heard of this particular Jedi?
I would say yes without a roll.
Yes. Okay. How much information would you say I probably know about this Jedi?
Probably just very shallow things you've heard in, bars and stories and stuff like that.
Gotcha. Oh, that one I do know. One of my old associates ran into some trouble with the law, and they actually ran into that particular Jedi. His name is Skier. That was the name. Big, scaly.
Teddy bear?
Definitely sliced a guy in half.
Oh, not teddy bear. Well.
No. It's a weird running into a Jedi, though, that's a Trandoshan. Next, you're going to be telling me that they threw a Wookiee in those Griffin robes.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I always heard that those space wizards could be anybody. It could even be you, she says jokingly, looking at Lysander like, ooh.
Do you think I could?
Can you?
You're too old.
There's an age limit? Since when?
Oh, honey, we'll get you enrolled in Jedi school right away as soon as we get off the port.
Absolutely. It's just like going to a space school or any sort of academy. Except that you have to be a baby, I think. They don't just take walk-ups.
Yeah, they still children, right?
That's what I heard, but I
really?
also
I've
heard
the opposite.
Really?
You hear...
They give babies away?
Tell you what, we do enough jobs and we might attract the attention of Skeeve the lizard Jedi. Maybe he'll tell us.
Do you think he gives hugs?
I don't think he gives hugs.
We can find out, maybe.
New goal of hugs. Well, I probably spend the next few hours kind of giving Lysander like here's a kind of a basics how you pickpocket. I'm not the best at it, but it's always this is how you look for people. Like that guy over there who's really distracted and his briefcase is just on the floor.
Do you actually try to pickpocket on the shuttle?
I don't. She's not a big pickpocketer. It's more like she only had to do it like I need to pay rent. So it's definitely not her best skill.
I want to try.
Okay. All right, baby boy, pick your target. Look around. Who are you going after?
Can I look around to see who looks like they'd be the easiest target to pickpocket from?
Yeah, so the train is full of people. Most of the people on this train look like they're workers, going on the way from work, going back home. And it's so packed full of people that like it's pretty difficult to like push through and navigate through, but also everyone's pretty distracted.
Is there okay, Lysander, do you want a distraction just to help you on your first time?
Yeah, that would help.
All right. So something, just so listeners know, there is no Gazo on Star Wars 5e, so I'm using the Rishi. And Rishi come with Mimicry. So I can mimic sounds I've heard, including voices. And a creature that hears the sound can tell they are imitations with a successful wisdom check. That would be Chris, opposed to my charisma deception check.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of turn my head towards, I need a d20, don't I? That would be helpful. I turn my head, and towards the back of the car, I just mimic a very like the most annoying sound of like a child just suddenly wailing, like if they like dropped a toddler and this child's just going like, ah!
Okay, I'll make my roll.
And that was my charisma?
Yeah.
And deception?
Charisma modifier.
I got a 21.
So this horrible noise rings out in the shuttle, and everyone's head turns. And people are trying to like look to see what caused it, and some people are too short to look over people's heads. So it's caused a huge commotion in the entire car. Lysander, do you want to make a sleight of hand roll?
Yeah.
At advantage. So that means that you're going to make 2d20 rolls. You're going to use the higher one, the higher number.
Okay. Okay, so my first one was an 8, and the next one was 17, so...
Yeah, and the person doesn't even notice. You go into their pockets, and you take out about 45 credits.
Yeah!
Yeah, pocket it. Put it in your pocket,
Nice.
I'm so proud of you.
Does anybody do anything else while you're riding the shuttle for the next few hours?
Chill.
I think I'm gonna just play some like lo-fi beats, just like in general to sort of like soothe the crowd.
I will say, the person that we're using the music for, Grushkov, I think his name is, he does have a few lo-fi samples of his songs.
That's awesome. Yeah, we're definitely going to use that. All right, can you make a performance roll to see how well you play Jizz?
Yeah, certainly.
I'm sorry. Never not funny.
Never not funny.
That is an 11 to spread jizz around this here public transportation
Why
car.
did you have to say
That's
spread
so funny.
jizz?
Just to remind our listeners, this is a mature podcast, and we are so mature right now. Yeah, it's not your best work, but it's pleasant enough, and a lot of the people on the car really like it. A few of them will throw credits your way. You'll get about 5 credits.
Fantastic.
Guys, it's just like, oh, hold out your poncho. 0, hold out your poncho.
I think Zero like notices this and does like hold out the poncho, but gets up and goes to a random person and is like, "Do you like the sound that my droid parts make? Perhaps you would lend money my way."
No!
Just because that is so awkward, a few people just give you credits so you can go away very quickly, and you'll get 5 more credits.
Yes. Yeah, no, Zero does not understand the difference between the music that 1N is making and the sound that is just constantly coming from his body.
Wen sits on one of the benches, the public transit, holding in the seat next to them the crate with the mysterious creature inside, contemplates their life and their choices, which have led them to this exact moment, and wonders, where did I go wrong in this?
By buying a squonk.
Yeah. After a few hours, the shuttle returns to the first station you went to, and the platform is within sight. You can see your ship parked on top, and luckily there is no evidence that is being bound down or anything like that.
All right, here's the plan, everybody. You guys are heading for the ship. I will take care of the docking person.
I'll go with you just in case.
All right, that happens. You did roll better than I did last time, so yes, please come along.
For the sake of not causing any additional problems for ourselves that may or may not happen over the course of this and future jobs, might I suggest attempting to find a way to at least keep the gentleman who helped us this morning his job. He may not like us very much, but he definitely could cause problems with the docking authority if he were to be unjustly terminated.
Yeah, that's true. I don't want this man to lose his job.
Oh, so
I'm not saying we have to pay him the full 100 credits, but let's at least try to leave with a neutral reputation with the docking authority. The last thing I need is the ship to be flagged, and unfortunately, I don't have a way to scramble our signature randomly. I don't think there's an engineer who's figured out how to do that yet.
Fine, give me half the credits.
Why don't we just... I mean, technically, these are my credits. So I'm just going to pay the 100 credits to the nice man who let us dock without paying credits.
Because then we're not going to have credits for later.
Well,
we have
10.
I have 45.
You guys started with credits? Wait, what?
Not everybody, no.
Oh, okay. Wait, how much money does everybody have? 4,510, right?
I have 5.
I think that's a very personal question.
Look, there's no I in team, you little nerve herder.
I have 20 credits, actually.
What happened to the other 80?
Well, I have 120 credits, technically, I guess.
So what happened to them?
Coruscant's so expensive in the vending machines.
Walks out drinking Starbucks that one in doesn't even drink.
Just pours the latte on himself.
Zero will start to march up the ramp and announce to everyone, the captain is boarding their vessel.
No, I'm not. I'm still on the docking bay.
Zero ignores this and keeps walking.
Oh my god.
Wait, who decided they're captain? What if I want to be captain?
Do you want to be captain of this group?
Lysander looks at everyone. Nah.
Okay, neither do I.
I'm going in to secure our cargo and begin the liftoff procedures, because somebody has to be focused on the job while one end over there deals with our outstanding debt to the docking authority.
Fine, pay the guy. I'm just trying to save us some money. God just goes on the ship like, whatever. I was just gonna go look over and be like, Stellan Geos is my ex-boyfriend, run away.
I appreciate the gesture of keeping us money. I, however, prefer to remain out of debt and unflagged by the Coruscant docking authority, as we are almost certainly going to have to come back here.
Yeah, actually, the more I think about it, I kind of agree. Do you think that would go on our record? Would that make the Jedi think I'm not good enough to be one of them.
Why do you care
Yes.
for Jedi so much?
I just think they're kind of neat.
Oh, all right. You know, we're in the upper levels of Coruscant. There might be one here. Can we look around and see if there's a Jedi nearby?
You do not see anyone in brown ponchos.
Awesome.
Disappointing.
You see that guy over there? Just points to like random Joe Schmo. I bet he's a Jedi. You should go say hi.
No.
Zero's gonna go straight for the engine room
okay.
and make some checks to see if anything. Obviously, nothing was broken when we landed, but see if anything is on the verge of breaking.
Not from what you can tell, at least for right now. So the dock worker you met earlier is seen walking around. He kind of sees you all first, and though it takes him a long time, he does start to approach you from across the way and walks up to some of you. Are you here to pay the 100 credit fee?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
I told you that we would.
well, you know, it's funny how many people always promise to pay, but then they just try to show up and take off.
Yeah, those people.
Terrible,
Definitely jerks.
terrible people. And I'll hand over the 100 credits that I definitely did not extort. Definitely not.
Of course not.
Nope.
He takes the credits and puts them into his little data pad machine and smiles. So good to do business with you.
You as well.
And he
Have
walks
a wonderful day.
and he walks away.
While this exchange has been occurring, Wynn has entered the ship, secured the crate in one of the cargo areas as best as possible, and is presently sliding into one of the seats in the cockpit.
How long does it take the ship to take off?
It's a 10-minute takeoff procedure.
Plenty of time. Gosh just comes back out and just like blocks one invert coming on. I need 20 credits.
For what reason?
Organics have to eat.
Well, you should have thought about that before becoming an organic.
You should think about how I know where you need to charge at some point and will be shut down before you became a droid.
Yes,
Come
I
on.
did think about that.
Come on, 20 credits. We gotta work together. We're friends. Give me 20 credits. It's for baby boy.
I don't believe you.
Can I roll? Fine, we'll eat Lunchables. We could have had noodles.
Please don't make me eat that. I will loan you some credits. Just please don't feed me whatever you're trying to make earlier.
All right, thank you. When I'll be back in 10.
There is, I say this through the ship's onboard speaker. There is approximately an 80% chance I will wait for you.
Okay. Gauss runs into the fray, and about 8 minutes later, she comes back with how many organics we have? 3. 3 equivalents of $1 cheeseburgers, and a hat, and a lime green T-shirt that says Coruscant on it.
No, not lime green.
And she just clambers on the ship. Zero, baby.
This is your captain speaking.
A captain needs a hat. And she takes out of the bag this wide brim, I don't want to say like a cowboy hat, but it's a wide brim hat.
Mhm.
And it has like a little very, very, very fake diamond on it, and holds it up. My captain.
This would be considered appropriate for captains to wear.
Absolutely, in all situations.
Zero bends their head down to
I
receive the hat.
I also got you a little towel to clean up your oil, honey.
Oh, That was unnecessary.
No. Baby boy, here's your shirt. Pelts it out. Lysander. Welcome to Coruscant.
You have to pick this color.
Yeah, I said I would.
I'm not gonna wear this.
Zero, now wearing their fancy captain hat, goes to the cockpit to oversee the liftoff procedures and is again silently judging Wynn as he goes through all the checks and whatnot.
One, and I need you up in the co-pilot's chair, please. I need you to translate the liftoff procedures to make sure we don't have any, and they glance behind them at the rest of the crew, incidents.
I bought you a cheeseburger. I didn't have to.
And I would like to keep that cheeseburger inside my stomach.
There you go. One for you, one for baby boy, one in wouldn't get me credit so they don't get anything, and Gaz crouches down beside the box and just puts a little bit of a cheeseburger in the hole. There you go, whatever the fuck you are.
Do you open the box?
No, then Charles said there was air holes.
There are like tiny ones, yeah.
Oh, never mind. Gaz does not do that. I thought they were like air holes.
Lysander's just looking at the box, thinking about it. Like, what if I open this?
And feed the creature.
No, he just wants to see what's inside there.
Do you?
I'll hold off for now.
Okay.
Are we clear with time to begin the liftoff, DM?
You may you have to make a pilot roll. You are also given a transponder chip to inform whomever you're flying to that you're on your way.
All right.
I'll handle that. The communications aspect.
Okay.
10.
10. Okay. So as you take off, it's not as smooth as a descent. You don't avoid traffic this time. It actually takes you about an hour to get out of Coruscant, but you finally do, and you are able to kick the ship into hyperspace to head to Now Hutta.
We're off to Now Hutta. Yay! Good job, team.
I feel very confident about this chain of events.
So you leave Coruscant, and according to the nav system, as translated by the protocol droid, it'll take about 3 days from where you are to get to Now Hutta. So you all are expecting yet again another couple-day journey into hyperspace. However, after about a day, the ship's collision detector suddenly fires off.
What is that?
Yeah, what's going on?
Zero.
What's happening?
Zero glares at Wynn and says, "What did you do?"
I didn't do anything. I was running my checks.
Great.
One in. Can you read that readout?
Yes, it says we are about to collide with something.
All right. Everybody strap in. I'm taking us out of hyperspace. Emergency dropout.
Make another pilot check.
17.
You are able to do so. On the sensors, it is picking up a gravity well, and you appear to be in a cluster of floating asteroids, though none of them are currently moving at a high rate, so they seem like they would be pretty easy to fly through. Within another second, the computer starts alarming, saying that it detects that there is another ship in the area.
I say, Criffin Republic and their Cricken Pathfinders, these hyperlanes are not empty, you Criffin.
I have news. There is a ship approaching us rapidly.
What kind of ship?
Unknown.
Do you think
I love how
friendly?
cheerful you are.
Unknown.
Is there anything you do know?
There is a ship approaching us rapidly.
Can we call them? How well do we know about the Nihil in this time period, like a year before?
They are space pirates that wreak havoc across the Outer Rim.
So it's common knowledge?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
God just kind of like pops her head in. What if they're Nihil? What if they're here to eat us? They come with their gases and they put gas on everything, and I hear it's horrible.
Thank you, God. Thank you.
I don't
Swinging
need
the
y'all
ship
to be
around.
saying stuff like that.
I will attempt to open communications.
No. Let me get a visual. I attempt to swing the ship around so that through the viewport we might be able to get a visual on what ship we are presently being approached by.
When you do that, you look ahead and you can see a Carillion-style vessel that looks like there's some kind of crude large cannon attachment placed at the top, and other pieces from other ships seemingly attached to it. One piece that's most alarming in particular, it looks like there's like one long ship arm at the bottom that kind of reminds you of a blade, and it looks like it's set to attach itself to your ship. And at that point, we're going to end our first game session.
No!
Oh! That's
We're
a
in
cliffhanger.
danger.
No. If this is the Nihil, this is my chance that I can find Marcion Rowe. I can stop I can stop the
You
events.
can fix him.
Of
You can
phase
fix
one.
him.
Yeah, I can fix him.
We can save Loden and Stell and everybody will be fine.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for subscribing and listening to our podcast for Light and Dice. We'll see what happens next episode with our heroes. In the meantime, if you haven't already, please subscribe to our podcast via your favorite podcast platform of choice, and also leave a review. We would really, really appreciate it. Last but not least, thank you so much for Grushkov for letting us use your music. The background music you've been hearing is created by them. Feel free to go on your favorite music platform of choice and listen to their music or purchase it. Anyway, thank you all very much once again for listening, and may the Force be with you.